Hey, good morning, Lynn.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Did you watch the
Good
game
morning,
last
right?
night?
Yeah, we've gotten this Zoom thing down.
Yeah, kind of. Did you watch the game last night?
I did. I fell asleep before the very end. It was just,
Really, the last 30 seconds were the best of the
yeah,
whole
I
game.
saw the replays. It was pretty cool.
Well, listen, I wanted to get together with you and maybe put together a short recording showing people what we do. Because
Sure.
what I have found is that people think they know what real estate agents do and what realtors do, just like they think they know what plumbers do and what electricians do until they come into the home and they're pulling the box out or they're busy. You realize that there's a lot more to the job than what we think there is.
No question about it. And guess what? Half the time, we don't know what we're going to do until a situation is presented to us, right?
Well, when I first started in real estate, I thought it was a checkbox business. We
Uh,
did this check, we did
so,
this check, we did this, and when we got to the bottom, we got a check.
well,
And
there you go. I'd call it a checkbox plus business. It's a checkbox of necessary items to do, plus everything else we didn't anticipate.
of course, and the reason is every transaction is unique.
Right. It's
There,
part of the joy of it for me.
yeah, and it keeps us from getting bored. And the other thing that I think particularly first-time buyers don't appreciate is the fact that it's more than just the real estate agent. We have a whole team of people we work with, including their lawyers, their home inspectors,
Right.
and the biggest black box of all is the mortgage lender.
Boy, what a week it's been for mortgage origination, right?
Well, you got it clear to close today, didn't you?
I finally got it clear to close with a young client who really added to the gray hairs I cover up. Uh, I told him when we first met and he first made application for the loan that getting a mortgage in today's world, and today's world is complicated for mortgage origination.
Mhm.
Getting a loan in today's world was really kind of like a proctology exam. And while I've never had such a thing, everybody tells me from a young guy's point of view, it's the worst thing you could imagine. So I said, this is like that. This time is like that. They're going to ask you all kinds of questions. You're going to give them all kinds of documentation, and then they're going to ask for them again and again. And that's the way it is. It's the truth.
So what happened?
Well, my young client basically didn't respond to them in a timely way. Time went by. They asked for things. His parents, who hadn't taken a mortgage in years and years and years, told him they don't need that. How dare they ask for those things? And the truth is they hadn't taken a mortgage out in over 20 years. It's a different process. Yeah. It's been a different process since the crash of 2008, and the overlays or the conditions that a mortgage originator sets are even more stringent now because of fear in the secondary market because of the COVID-19 crisis.
Well, it really was rough during the Great Recession. And there's just so many unknowns now. I can understand why they want to be careful.
Well, underwriters not only look to make sure you're employed, but they make some assessment as to whether or not you are safely employed. Could your job disappear a week after closing and suddenly you can't pay your mortgage? Mm-hmm. And of course, there are now periods of time called forbearance where you don't have to pay your mortgage in a timely way. And if lenders can avoid loaning money to people who might be in that position, they think of themselves as better off. So the amount of double checking and due diligence that an underwriter is taking now is profound. I have to tell you, I can't remember a time when I got as intimately involved in getting the lender the documentation he needed as I have with this particular client. It was a new job description for me.
Yeah. And I think in many respects that job descriptor is we're the project managers.
Exactly.
More than just knowing.
So, I had to talk to his folks and explain the situation to them and sort of take the pressure off. I had to calm the mortgage originator down. He's, you know, he was ready to throw the whole baby out with the bathwater, and diligently walk through the list of needed documents and facilitate helping this young adult find them.
Yeah, and I think the apt descriptor there is young. Next time he goes to borrow money, in fact, next time his parents go to borrow money, they'll at least have some framework to understand
the
it.
new normal, right? This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
normal. So it was a learning experience for me too. It
Okay.
had been a couple of years since we bought our current place, and when I went through the process, and I was teasing this client, I said, you know, when my husband and I bought our place, I took the mortgage just in my name because I knew he would revolt at all the things being asked for. If he had to do it now, I can't imagine that we could get through it without some angst.
Yeah.
So my heart went out to this kid, but he stood to lose his deposit if he didn't get his act together.
How much was that deposit?
Oh, $35,000.
Gee whiz.
You'd bend over and pick it up on the sidewalk, right?
And a whole lot less even.
A lot less for a whole
But
lot less.
But it sounds like the story has a happy ending.
We got it clear to close this morning. We'll do a walkthrough tomorrow and close on Wednesday. And I will buy the family a bottle of champagne.
Sounds like a wonderful thing. Well, I guess I better let you get back to your work so that we can close on.
So is there a moral of this story to this story that we'd like to share with our viewers?
I had a nasty thought go through my head, and I'm going to say it anyway. Okay. And I see this in other arenas as well. A lot of people think real estate agents just show houses and cash checks.
Yes.
And if the moral of the story should be that your agent is your guide, should get you good advice, and if can't give you the advice, find somebody who can. And if you're not getting that level of service, fire your agent. How's that?
That's not a nasty thought. That's right on. Those are words of wisdom.
Okay, dear. Well, listen, I'm going to let you get to work. I've got to get to work. And I shall see you here next Monday morning, bright and early.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.